It's true. This is episode 10. 10. It's fantastic. And we have, okay, wait, first, I'll say, let's have drum roll. Guest star, I know you don't do that, but I'm doing it for you.
Okay.
Guest star, Nikoletta, aka the Warden. I don't know, do you hate that name? I like that name. It's not a mean name.
I kind of wish I got a costume though. Maybe like a whip and stuff. That'd be really cool.
You see that? She's ready. She wants a whip.
That's more dominatrix.
Yes. Should I call you the dominatrix? I don't know.
We can go both. The dominatrix. Wait.
We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. Since I have a little chill, I'm gonna put on her shawl.
When my TADA.
Yeah.
Please note that somebody's also making this.
And has not finished it.
Has not finished it at all.
Whatever.
Are you in the lace section?
I'm about to start the lace section
You said
now.
that like a month ago.
No. Okay. You know, whatever. Excuse me. This is my show.
This is why I'm the warden. This is why I'm the warden.
You see? See what happens? Okay. Today's show is called The Warden and the Dog Hair Sweaters. I know. You're going, what?
Yeah.
That's me.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, well, you'll see. Watch. So
I feel like I just smell wet dog somehow.
Now you're making me think now, because I'm like, what happens when you have this sweater and it gets wet in the rain? Okay, we'll get there. Listen, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, wait. So now this is a section called The Ramblings, where I talk about all kinds of random things. First, I want to say gratitudinous. That's our section, gratitudinous, for our new members, which is Brittany Jackson. And I'm not giving away her name. That's her Ravelry name. Rose Hip Chick. So thank you to our newest members to the group, Ravelry Group. If you're just a viewer on YouTube and you've never seen me before, welcome, thank you. I kiss your face. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. But there's a thing called Ravelry. Get an account, sign up, look for the Artsy Knitter podcast, and you'll be fine. Okay? So in case you're looking at me right now going, what is she talking about? That's what I'm talking about. So right now we have 69 artsy peeps. It's a little bit. Cover the ears of the children in the room. 69. Don't even try to explain what that means. Why is she saying it that way, Mommy? You and I know. 69, 69, 69. Just saying, I like that number. Sorry.
No one else can join.
Moving along.
Or 100 people can join.
No, I want more. It's okay. I'm not attached to the 69. You have friends who want to be a part of this community, this knitting community. Feel free. All right, moving on. We talked about the Warden, and she keeps me in line with my knitting as well. Sort of.
I mean, she's not wearing her jacket here, so. Really?
No. Well, yeah, you do know.
Do you know that?
But I've seen that I started this beautiful greeny pinky, greeny speckly, and I don't have it. That's why you're here. You're to bring your own fantastic fabulousness, and then it'll distract them from noticing that I haven't finished.
I'll remind them that you failed or failing until it's done. I consider it a fail.
So not right. How you love to be.
I do. That's why I push you.
Okay. See that? So that's why Warden is not bad.
No, I'm not.
No. Exactly. So she's opting from casting on all the things I want.
Sometimes again.
Okay, so I have a few wippies right now, but they all have really good reasonings, which we will not get into. She, I consider, is one of our fastest knitters. The fastest knitter, I think, is 110 stitches, apparently, a minute.
I think she's in Norway.
Norway.
I think. But there's another one who is from Mississauga, and she has a
Canadian?
I know. She has, I think, 90 some odd stitches a minute.
Yeah.
She actually owns a yarn store.
Oh, all right, nice. So we got some Canadians up there in the.
And I think like one of her employees is the second fastest.
Well, the thing is, we think that Nikoletta is probably faster than what she's timed so far because she gets a little nervous when she gets timed.
Scary.
So right now we have it that she is 80 stitches a minute. We think it's more.
When I get in the groove.
We could, I think what I'm gonna do is secretly time her. I'm just gonna say, hey, we're hanging out. Knit like a demon. Knit like a rock star. Don't take a break. Just do it, and then you'll never know
Who's
when.
the warden now?
I'm learning. You're teaching me.
Everyone needs it.
So I'll just tell her to like knit, and then I'll time it, and I'll let you know. I'll get back to that. She also was kind enough to teach me Norwegian purling. Now the reason behind that is that I purl kind of weird. You know how people bring in continental knitting, they'll bring their finger down to hold on the yarn. I use my thumb. I was just like, I wanted to also learn how to knit faster, so she was letting me know that she Norwegian purls, and I was like, what? So I YouTubed the heck out of that, and now I Norwegian purl 98% of the time.
Sometimes it's tricky.
Yes, like when you're doing cast on.
Or like when you're purling three together through the back loop, that's hard.
Purling three together, I haven't even come across that yet. Yeah, so we're gonna do, we're just going to show you a demo of her Norwegian purling and speed knitting. And you go. All right, so I told you, I promised you that you would get to see how fast and how mesmerizing it is to watch Nikoletta knit like a demon. I don't even know what to call it. Like, I was like, wow. No, this is what you see at knit night, guys. I'm gonna get it close up just so you could like be like dizzy. Whoa. Let me see if I can get it from another angle. Whoa. Okay, that's why she's got 60 odd shawls, because she can knit so fast. All right. Now, one of the other things I wanted to show you, and she offered to show us how to Norwegian purl. For those of you who want to learn how to do that, okay. Let's see if I can get an angle that's going to be really good. Yeah, that's good.
So Norwegian purl, you don't bring the yarn to the front. You leave it in the back.
And you can talk soft because we're really close to the camera.
Right. So you leave it in the back, and you take the right needle and put it underneath the yarn. And then into the stitch, just as a regular purl, and up. And I grasp it here, just to anchor it. You bring it back around, and then through the stitch. So it seems like a lot of steps, but it's really fast. So you're never going back and forth. So behind, up, grasp, behind again, and then through the stitch.
I always feel like it looks like, wee, like...
There's a lot of steps. But when you're ribbing, I'll show one knit stitch. So you never move in the yarn, which is really handy.
Especially if you're like knitting and then you're purling and then
exactly, like a nice rib. It's handy. So behind.
So try again, go behind.
And through like a purl.
And just think you're gonna like flip backwards and get the yarn.
And I grasp the yarn here and go back again and then through the stitch and pull it through. Okay. So behind and through as if to purl, back around, behind again, and then through the front. And back on the needle.
Okay, one more time where I'm not shaking. Now I'm filming this, guys, right in the same direction that as if I'm over her shoulder, so this would be how you would be holding the needles. Look at that. And that is Norwegian purl, courtesy of the Warden. Alright, we're back. That was fast.
There we go.
She was knitting and knitting, and sometimes it's a little mesmerizing. Like your eye, you feel like
sometimes I get a little dizzy. I'm not gonna lie, especially when I have really shiny needles like Addie's, and there's like this light coming down on them, because then I get kind of just screws with your eyes sometimes.
Oh god.
So sometimes I just don't watch myself. I'll just look away.
You try to like knit without, which I just learned to do
because it hurts my eyes sometimes. My eyes can't process the speed.
That tells you how fast this thing is, okay? Seriously fast. Okay, so how long have you been knitting?
Well, I learned in 2004, but it's gonna sound crazy. I would just knit garter. I would cast on like 20 stitches and knit garter up, and then
I would frog it. And then I would do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, for like a year or two.
What? Wait, hold on. I did not know this. Wait, what? Just because?
Because I just like the rhythm of it.
That tells you she's a process knitter, not a product knitter.
And I would stay up all night. I was in high school. I would stay up all night and knit, and then take it out, and then do it again the next day. And that was like my de-stress after I was like studying.
But why was it like, okay, I'm just gonna make blankets if you want to knit some?
I don't know.
Okay, that didn't make any sense.
And then
in
2006, there was like the first knitting Olympics by the Yarn Harlot. She started.
Ooh.
And
the Yarn Harlot's Canadian.
Yes. I actually grew up in the same neighborhood as she was.
Oh, did you?
So I see her a lot. So she did this knitting Olympics thing in 2006, and the idea back then, it's different now. The idea back then was you pick one project that was really challenging. So I picked a sweater. First project, I picked a sweater. I also didn't know that there were patterns. I don't know. I didn't know whether.
How old were you?
I was like, I don't know, 16, 17.
First project.
Yeah.
A sweater.
Yeah.
You remember what I said last episode? I was like, okay, a knitting rock star is not necessarily like, ooh, I just think I'm the ish, you know, like, ooh, I'm such a big. It's just somebody who's bold in their knitting. That right there, I told you about Jean last time here. Right.
Yeah, Jean.
Hello. 16. First thing is a sweater.
With no pattern.
With no patterns.
I didn't think patterns existed.
Yeah. Well, you're 16. There's lots of things that
my mother
occur
did
to you. Oh, but she didn't say that?
I don't know. I didn't really go to her for help though, because she's not very good at like teaching people. She's just good at like, here, let me show you how to do it.
Oh, okay.
And so, but I knew how to sew.
Mm-hmm.
So I just drafted a pattern, and I did a gauge swatch to figure out the inches. Just did it. And then it was like lime green, awful colors. I went through a lime green phase.
That's an 80s, like an 80s phase thingy vibe.
Wrong decade.
Okay.
Lime green, and then I wore a lot. It was awful on me. I can't wear lime.
Yeah.
And then my dad washed in the washing machine, and I was like, and felt it to his wool.
Oh, and you didn't know that would happen either.
Well, he just like, I'm just gonna do laundry today.
Oh, trying to be all helpful.
Trying to be helpful.
Meanwhile, he shrinks her thing.
First sweater.
Yeah.
I still have it. It's felt it.
It's okay. You put it, frame it.
Exactly.
Put it in a little shadow box or something.
A square neckline.
And we're gonna try our best to talk a little louder, just because everywhere else there's talking, and we need to make sure that you're able to hear us. So.
Talk louder.
Yeah.
Scream at it.
Project, not scream. Project from the stomach. Yes. So,
right, and then 2008 I started really going. My mom taught me how to cast on and knit. She taught me English. And then I learned to purl from a book. I think it was Stitch and Bit Foundation. And then, or one of those books at that time. And then I just kind of went with it. And if I saw a pattern, then Ravelry existed.
Whoa, yay, Ravelry.
That changed knitting forever.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just like, I don't know if you know about Crafter.
No.
It's like this.
Craftsy?
Crafter.
Crafter, no.
It was like this message board. It's still there, but less knitting because of Ravelry. And that's like when I first started to really go at it, and then Ravelry really changed knitting.
Oh.
And I learned about continental knitting.
Which is what I do.
And that's how I learned. I learned on like, I think knittinghelp.com.
That's okay, so for the newbies, pay attention, what you just said. Knittinghelp.com is like amazing. So you get stuck and you are kind of like, sometimes you'll Google something or like YouTube a knitting technique, and it's a little like, there's so many videos, which one is the right one? Sometimes it's better to go on knittinghelp.com because she'll have a video where it'll be English style and then continental for the same technique. And you just click on the one that you do.
And the professionals. So it's like an actual, this is definitely how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
Some people on YouTube, they show you incorrect techniques.
Like if I were to show you how to purl, I would be doing with my thumb, and you'd be like, "What? No other videos doing that."
That's wrong.
But it's my quirky way, and it isn't.
It might make it difficult for you.
Right, and I don't want to teach you my bad habits unless you really want to learn the bad habits. Okay, moving along. I want to see. Okay, so for a second, pause. How many shawls do you think this crazy lady has?
I counted all the ones that I have in my closet and all the ones that I've made for other people, and I've made 94.
94, as in a 9 and a 4 together. We're not adding that 94.
And 67 are in my closet.
And does that include gifts?
94 is a gift inclusion.
Yeah, okay.
64 is what I personally own in my closet. 67.
At one point you thought it was 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had made 94.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, but that's a lot of shawls.
One for every outfit. Sometimes two.
Yeah.
If you want to change.
Like I think I'm gonna end up with, I don't even know, like probably 50 bow ties by the time the end of the year.
Like a velvet bow tie case.
Yes, I'm gonna need a display case for these
It's really extravagant.
Oh, right.
It can't just be like a drawer.
It can't just be a drawer or a plastic bag, which is what they're in right now. A Ziploc bag.
I'm picturing this like jewelry case.
They're going to be, I'm just saying right now, I'm going through, so since I come back from the meditation retreat, I'm purging my whole house. I'm like organizing and throwing out, giving away as much that, you know, just like uplifting, like just minimalizing my life. And that will include the bow ties will come out of the Ziploc bag where they're safely organized so I can find them and then put it into a velvet thingy.
So you're gonna get rid of them.
What?
The bow ties.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of them.
You said purge.
No!
You're making room for the bow ties.
I'm putting them in an organized area in a Ziploc bag and then they'll go into their own special thing when I build it.
Right. Oh, build.
Yes, I'm going to build my own, like imagine a foam core that has padding and then velvet wrapped around, so it'll be like a sponge, and then you can just pin it into the, and it'll be on the wall. You said I had plans.
I like it. I like it.
I'm pausing because there's noise. This is my second time recording here, which I'm gracious to get permission to do, but there's random noises, so
I can't wait to record in the blizzard here.
no.
Then we can just pile up all the knitwear. We're like all 67 shawls. Just wear them all at the same time.
Okay, who else in your family knits?
My mother and my sister.
And tell us about that sister of yours and the knitting.
Well, she started out knitting first of all.
Okay.
And then I decided I want to knit because I want to do everything she does, but better.
Okay, do you hear that? Do you hear the competitiveness already?
She's my big sister. I have to compete.
They race. Maybe that's probably why she's become such a fast knitter, because she's competing against her sister.
It's not fair though, because my sister has 3 kids, so she doesn't have a lot of time to knit.
But you don't
so
care.
Either way, I win.
You don't care. You're like, yeah, I got the itch. It's not fair.
That's true.
Anyway, so last but not least, what is your worst knitting experience or project?
Okay.
That you're like, I'm going to gouge my eyes out.
I know.
I ever have to see this project again.
It's come full circle. Because it was so long ago.
Oh, wow.
I've only really had one because it's just knitting, you can rip it out. It's fine, whatever, no big deal. But the first nice yarn I ever bought was Yarn Chef. I don't know if she's still around or not, but I loved her photos on Etsy. It was all like on plates.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
That's nice. That's good branding.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was this really nice pink mohairy silk cashmere blend. So it was really hairy. And I decided to make the swallowtail shawl with it. And that was my first lace ever, by the way. So I decided to do it in this mohair. So I would screw it up.
No mohair.
And then I started to frog it. And I don't know if you've ever tried to frog mohair.
A nightmare. I managed to do it, but it's a nightmare.
So, and it was actually a gift. This yarn was actually a gift. So I tried to frog it, and I ended up crying because it was so. I was actually in tears, and it was so sad.
God.
So then I frogged it, and I put it in the freezer because I helped frogging mohair, and I just let it sit forever. And I was so upset. And every time I looked at it, I would like tear up a little bit, and it was really.
I shouldn't laugh.
It was awful.
Just kind of like that sounds like.
And I think I was like, this is probably like 5 years ago. So this was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And then I decided to make a wisp of it. Much easier lace. This is way after I already made 3 swallowtails at this point, so I was pretty confident in the swallowtail. But I didn't want to make another one because I had less yardage because I had to cut. So I made a wisp. It was a little scarf, and I still have it.
So you still have your reverse knitting experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just reused it.
Okay.
And made it okay.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? There's always a way.
But you can totally throw it out too.
She's like, you don't have to suffer.
You don't have to suffer. I just wanted to keep it because it was a gift and the person was really important to me. So I had to make it work. But I'm totally...
So now the next segment is the whippy section.
First, I will start with another thing that little miss over here was gonna do with me, but
Punish
has not quite started this project yet. And I would say it wrong.
Violence or Beyonce or whatever. I think it's supposed to be Violence, you know. But
How do you know?
because I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard a couple people call it Violence.
So,
Viajante, and I'm just thinking Viajante. It looks such an elegant word, and then
Yeah.
sometimes Canadians and Americans just botch like
everything.
yeah. Don't be angry. Don't send me any hate mail. I'm just saying me, as in including myself. Butcher.
I always call it the Viajante.
Yeah. And I say Viajante.
I like that better. It's very luxurious.
And it looks like how the piece looks.
Yeah,
Elegant. But anyway,
so
continue.
I'm making it out of this, what color would you call this?
I would say
It's
that
dark turquoise teal.
it's almost like forest green.
It has blue in it.
But yeah, so it's like forest teal. There you go.
Forest teal.
Forest teal.
It's I'm about 10 rows away from joining.
It's gonna be lots of editing.
Sounds like a shopping cart or something.
Sounds good though. I hope that people can hear when we're the madness. It was so quiet before you.
Hey, here. You said you'd wait forever for me.
I would. Just saying, it's now loud. Okay, and starting. Yeah. No, just like, what color is it?
So we're going to call this forest teal.
Forest teal.
Yeah. So I'm about 10 rows away from joining it in the round. And I think I need a shorter needle, but we'll deal with that later.
Why can't you just like magic glue it when it has to join?
Yeah, but it's going to be like, we're going to have like this much magic glue going on. We're going to have like that much.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll stretch it. I think it grows. I haven't read the pattern or whatever. So
This thing is beautiful, by the way.
It's beautiful. It's going to be huge.
I haven't committed to my own color. Like, I really want a red or a fuchsia. Wait, don't even give me that look. I'm just saying, I've been thinking about red and fuchsia for a while, and then I thought, this thing is going to be massive. I'm going to put it over stuff. Maybe it should be neutral. It should be gray or light gray or smoke.
My second choice is the gray.
See, I think, I don't know that.
But it's kind of boring.
Because it's not like red and pink can go with everything.
Red goes with
Yeah, that's you though. Like, I'm saying, but fuchsia could be. It's gonna be fabulous if it's in fuchsia.
You can make several.
No, you hear this
I'm
one?
gonna make a whole bunch.
You're a speed demon.
I'll make
You're
you
talking
one.
about. Okay. See how quickly that was? I was like, and okay.
If you want to ever I'll make you one in like bright pink.
There you go.
Or whatever.
And I'll do the gray one. So next episode,
I'll be done that.
so we done this and I'll be just starting, and we're supposed to be doing a knit along. What made me think, guys, that I could do a knit along with somebody that knits 60 stitches per minute? Like, how cray do you need to be to try and do that?
Well, I mean, I've already completed 2 things. You've also abandoned.
I have, wait, oh, did you just say abandoned? I have snoozed. I haven't abandoned it. I needed to stop because you put me on check. But it was on purpose because it was Ravelry Linux or something.
And for your grandmother.
And for my grandmother. So there was a reason. And I'm getting back to it.
You always put things on hold for your grandmother.
Yes.
Always.
Do you hear that? Put things on hold for your grandmother. Okay.
So I'm using silky alpaca lace.
Woo,
Silky alpaca lace by Classic Elite Yarn. It's actually really nice. I really like it. I've had it for like a year, maybe 2 years. I had 4 of them, so I'm like, I'm just like huge. I don't know what the color name is, but the color number is 2409.
2409, guys.
Forest Teal.
Forest Teal is what we're calling it. It doesn't have that name. So if you are from
Classic Elite,
don't get upset with me and tell me I've named something and then try to sue me. I'm just telling you that is a color name that has inspired me, okay?
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so there you go.
There we go.
By the way, I'm excited that I'm actually knitting for the first time on my own show because I can relax with her taking over.
Talkie over here.
Talkie over here can take over.
Stop talking about guys. Get comfortable.
Okay, yes, because apparently I figured out, I heard that being a prolific knitter is not the way you think prolific means. Prolific means you knit a lot of ish. And that would be this one. So she's going to go through it all.
Second whippy.
Second whippy.
I think it's called Catkin.
I'm looking over here because I've got a girlfriend who's not going to be on the camera. But she is knitting her own like Lala shawl, and I just want to chuckle at her. Like, did you hear that?
She's also kind of a speed demon.
She is like quite far on this shawl already, and she hasn't been knitting in years.
Can we show the shawl?
I would love to. You know what? We're gonna show.
Show your
shawl.
It's very impressive,
and it's so cute because it's on cotton. What I call mesmerized cotton, but it's mercerized. Don't judge me, okay? Okay, hush your face. I just like the word. I think it's funny. Anyway, look how sweet. Look how well she's doing. And this is her first time knitting on circular needles.
And I have to say that when I first got here, like an hour ago, that was like half that size.
Okay, and she only started this piece today, this afternoon. So look at that.
Speed demon coming up the ranks right there.
Look at that, and that just makes me feel embarrassed because I've been knitting and I don't know.
Let's get together.
Maybe it's because I can't tell because I have so many freaking wippies.
Maybe
that's
if we see more progress, you just dedicate yourself more things.
Okay. I might try to not cast on another thing until
except for the view challenge.
You see? She breaks the rules for her own stuff because she wants me to knit with her.
Yeah.
Breaking the rules.
Although you did finish the feather light.
I did.
Yeah, so that's one.
Thank
you.
you.
Did together.
Thank you for saying something really encouraging.
That was a big project.
Very big, mate.
That's like 1,000 yards. Second whippy.
Yes, go for it.
Show the picture.
For her tablet.
It's called Catkin.
It's called what?
Catkin.
Catkin.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
All right.
And it's very pretty. It's by Carina Spencer.
Carina Spencer.
Nice. It has glare.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put a little.
Yeah, let's put the picture up.
Yeah. We're not gonna show you.
We'll just do that later.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty. And I make it in
Mad-Tosh. I really fell in love with Mad-Tosh. When I first started knitting every day, it was like, oh. I think I fell in love with it because of the colorways that they have. Really cool colorways.
So this is.
Oh, she's
it's looking really. Oh, okay. Also,
what?
You last saw this a couple days ago.
Yes.
And remember when I was like, I don't know the pattern. I don't know the pattern. Right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out I do.
Turns out I do.
I knit like this much, and I realized it was wrong.
You need to rip it out.
So I ripped it out. Then Thursday night I was up all night, like finishing it, like
trying to get it
back because I just can't put it down. So I really like the colors.
The colors are really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing up true. Yeah, this camera does do fairly well. That's good color pickup.
So when it's the purple is Duchess, which is my favorite Macintosh color.
Yeah, I want to knit something on in Duchess. What size needle are you?
This is 4mm.
4mm needles. The other one is ginger.
Ginger. Okay. And I'm almost into the second charge.
There you go.
So should be done soon. Very excited.
Whippy! Whippy number 2! What's the next thing?
The next
I'm trying to help. I'm just helping.
The next thing. I'll just do this super quick. I'm making my dad 12 pairs of socks for Christmas.
Oh.
Last year he
You
got
could
7.
do like the 12
That's fine. That's exactly what I was doing. I was going to do it to him one a day.
Yeah.
But I like to do a huge box full of socks.
And you could wrap them individually.
That's what I did last year. And it was like, and I made it like a pyramid of like one big box and it slowly got really tiny.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So this is Turtle Purl Air Force 1.
Turtle Purl is very, very great yarn. They separate the yarns ready for you, especially for the people like me who want to knit 2 at a time. I think that's a brilliant customer service thing for you to do with your sock yarns. So if you're sock
And also,
yarn maker person,
you need to get it.
do it.
And it's, where's she from? Somewhere in Ontario. Maybe not. Somewhere in Canada for sure.
She's Canadian, basically.
I'm not sure she's in Ontario.
We're not trying to be biased. It's
No.
awesome.
It's my dad doesn't even knit. He's like, this is the best yarn ever.
There you go. Doesn't even knit and he knows it's fabulous.
And he went online to find other colorways on his own. So that says something.
A lot.
And then my last whippy.
She had her last.
Hey,
Just joking.
I only had one project, and someone was like, "You need to go out to whippies."
I did not say that. I just said maybe something similar.
You said something,
But did
very
not.
similar.
No. I just said it would be great if you have whippies that are like, that you're excited about, that you can talk about.
Well, I'm very excited for this. I, like everyone else, is making a beekeeper's quilt.
Like everyone else.
I already made one.
Not me though. Not yet. Maybe.
I already made
I don't
one.
have enough like leftover. My stash is just
I have like
started.
a whole flower vase full of leftovers.
Yeah.
So
A little bag.
I just have a couple right now. I have like 13 in a couple different colors. I like squishing them.
Yeah. Let me hold those up. Oops. Look, guys. Look how cute.
I like squishing them.
I like how this one is against with my nails. It's all about color. Look at that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So I really like these because they're fast and they have a cute little pouch.
That is I'm sorry. This is not about knitting, but I have to show you how I'm in love with this pouch. Love it. Oh.
That's my puffin pouch. Puffin pouch. Got stuff in.
She's got stuffing in there. It's all good.
Random bits of yarn.
There you go.
There you go. So there's the whippies. We're done with whippies now.
Whippies are done.
It's done.
Yeah. So my
I was like
whippies.
squishing this.
Yeah, I believe you.
It's fun.
So my sad little section, in comparison to Warden.
I just like to put on the record that I'm a pretty monogamous knitter.
She is.
And I only did this for you. Because normally I just have the one project and it's really stressing me out. So when I go home, I'm going to finish the Catkin. Because I cannot.
You can't have this chaos.
I can't.
She basically told me I brought chaos into her life.
You did. I did
not.
go home. That's what I'm going to do tonight. That's my life.
Okay, moving on. I don't even know what you're saying. This is, it's getting a little washed out here, but it's gray, a little bit of what I call like a periwinkle, like blue purple, and then dark purple, and then turquoise is going to be the end. So this is my 3-tiered skirt, and the project page is called Sassy. So, and I got to knit on my shelf for the first time. Did we just have a squirrel just join? Oh my god. So if you see a creature jump into the camera, it's nothing to do with that. That's not a TV trick or anything. So sorry. Okay, where am I? My whippies. Oh, this is it. Oh, so I started. Okay, wait. I'm so disorganized. I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm not even sure if you've seen this with the sleeves, and I'm just showing you more like what you've seen.
I'm pretty sure this is on the last episode.
No,
It's exact.
it wasn't.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Okay, never mind. Damn it. What am I? Okay, wait. But this. I was really hoping to get blue onto the. Okay, so wait, stop, calm down. So I've gotten this thing about having to have a blanket. I'm just craving blankets, so I went on to Purl Soho's website and found this gorgeous color blocking sweater. It's called the Super Easy Lap Blanket, and I decided to do a gray all the way down to turquoise blue transition. I was hoping to get into blue before I got on the show. I don't even know when I started this. Not that long ago. No, like maybe like Thursday.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it was Thursday. Yeah.
I'm not too bad. She's kind of. It looks like a skirt, actually.
It's really cute, actually.
It's really cute, and I stuffed it all on this 40-inch needle, which is a. I don't even know now. It's a 6.5. 6.5 needles. Chaogu, of course, because I'm a major Chaogu fan. Japanese needles are awesome.
Red cord.
Red cord. I love anything Japanese. So, those are my needles, and I have the mixed color that I'm doing. I think this makes me think of Tiffany blue. Look how sweet that is. So that's gonna be right after the gray, and then there's like a medium blue, and then a turquoise.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and I just did Barocco. Chunky, vintage chunky, because I can't have a $300 blanket, okay?
Not yet.
I'm a single mom. I can't, it's supposed to be a funny hobby, not to put me in debt. But I've been lucky. I've had a few supporters of the podcast, and I'm not allowed to say some of their names, and some people I don't even know who they are. But yeah, so I'm really grateful. In case you're wondering, like, I thought you were on a yarn fast. Like, what the heck is going on? That's what's going on, yo. Okay, so that's my blanket. Oh, and see, that's the sad part too, because this is a gray.
It's the exact
same yarn, and so unexciting. This is why you're here.
Yarn. It's a different weight.
Do you hear her? It's the same yarn, people. Okay, it's just not chunky. It's just thinner. That's not different. But what is different is that it's crocheted. I have not crocheted in a while. And so I decided, and it's a gift. It's for my mom, who does not watch the show, so I do not feel bad. And I was nervous that this would not be long enough, and I think it's going to be okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like,
Yeah, that's.
yeah.
We could cuddle under it right now.
Right, exactly. We could, not quite. It's so skinny.
No, but the length.
The length, we can both be underneath this. And I did the half double crochet. Now I found out about this because Positively Knitting did this blanket, but she did it with single crochets. I still like the half double crochet, so I'm fine with it. And I think I might even do the Tiffany blue that I just showed you for the words. It's called the Love Afghan, and so the word. Oh God. So I'm going to. Yeah. Edit. Okay, so I'm going to in the center of the blanket. You have to do a Google tapestry crochet. It's a special technique to enable you to do words. This is the loudest podcast, the noisiest you'll ever have. I swear I will do better next time. Don't hate me, oh God. In the center with this, so it's gonna be blue and gray. So that's a Love Afghan, and Bunnyfish's podcast is doing this knit along that Ava and I are working on. So these are the little beanie, the little Preemie hats, the knit one, Purl one. They're so tiny. Look, guys! I can put my fist in there, and it's like a baby little head.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm doing it with acrylic. Don't cringe, guys. It's acrylic. Teen moms, they just need to be able to wash these things, okay? So I have a purple one and a beige one so far, and Ava and I are both knitting on these at the same time. And I'm gonna set up another. I think I have a blue one set up that she's knitting on. I'm trying to see if she could just knit that one by herself. But keeping them safe, guys. If you're doing Preemie hats, keep them safe and closed away in a Ziploc bag so that they stay clean and nice for the babies. Okay? And that is my everything, actually. I don't even have a ta-da, nothing, nada. I turn over the mic to this crazy girl.
That's okay, because I got a lot. I got a lot.
This means like, it's it. Here, take the tablet.
Okay.
Rock and roll. It's all you.
So first, we'll do your this TADA.
What's it? Oh, right. Oh, and can I model?
Yes, you can, absolutely. It's the Jackson Square by Beth Kling, right? Is it Kling or King? Kling. I don't know. It's Kling. I think it is.
Look at the lace trim at the end, guys. It's so beautiful.
It's so sparkly.
The only thing I'm not crazy about, if you're the designer watching this show, don't be angry. I'm just saying. I don't like this pointy part that happens at the top.
Usually the garter tab cast on will fix that, but it didn't really fix it this time.
Yeah, so just be aware that when you start this pattern, maybe you have another idea of how to accommodate for that. But it's not that bad. You've blocked this, so it's not. Is it showing a little nipple thingy?
Yeah. But once you put on your neck, whatever.
Yeah. Now, I swore to myself that I would never do another rib style shawl after I did my grandmother's mizzle, but this was actually quite pleasant. So somebody who was like, I'm going to gouge my eye out if I have to do another, I managed. So that means that's a big thumbs up for me.
Oh yeah, it's really beautiful. The yarn I love. It's not sparkly. It's really sparkly, but you can't really see it.
I actually think for those who wanted something a little subtler, it's actually pretty good.
No, I mean, I think they can.
Oh, no, I held it up. It might be. I don't know. We'll
anyway, it's by Anzula, great company. And this is their Nebula yarn. Okay.
Did you extend this?
I did.
She makes all her shawls much bigger and she has more shoulders, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what she says.
I do.
You do. I'm just saying. If it looks a little bit big and you're like, I don't want to knit that thing, it's out of control, it's just good.
I think I knit it to 301 stitches.
Maybe what we'll do is next time you're on the show, I'll wear mine, you'll wear yours, and you'll be able to see.
Okay.
Oh my god! Did you hear that? I'm not even going to take her on. Just go ahead.
So the colorway is mauve. This is not mauve to me. But
no, this is not mauve at all.
But it's called mauve. So whatever. That's their thing. They can do whatever they want.
They made the yarn. They can say whatever they want.
And I'm wearing, it's called Multnomah, and it is by Kate Ray.
Kate Ray.
Yes.
Did you have any problems with any of these?
No, I've made this one before, and I also made it bigger. And I used Noro Tile Soft.
Nameless hates Noro with a passion. So right now, she's watching the show and cringing. But it's not that bad.
This is a cotton one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's actually really soft.
Yeah, it's cotton. Well,
Nameless, don't hate. It's not good for you. I love it.
I just love the colors. But I cut out a lot of it. There was like dark blue and green, which I
never even thought you could do. I didn't even think that, yeah, that's a good idea.
I like the colors, but not like this. I wanted gray and yellow and white. So
yeah.
It works. Okay,
so
now.
No dramas with the pattern.
No dramas.
And this one either?
No. No drama free.
Drama free.
Maybe you'll remember this.
I'm just gonna look at my friend here.
You remember it in turquoise.
And pretend like she's not about to gouge me in the back.
Same, you know. So this is the Pendulum, and the Pendulum is by Amy Miller. And I made it, this yarn is amazing. I made it in sweet fiber cashmere loops, also much bigger. I made mods. They're kind of complicated to describe, but I put them on our project page. Basically, I made it so that the edges...
Is it detailed on your project page?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's detailed on the project page. If you want to know the mods, go on her project page.
And it's called Blood. It's called Blood and Chrome.
Blood and Chrome. Okay, so
I just changed the edges.
There'll be a link in the show notes, guys. So.
I really like it because it's like really.
I love stripes, so I'm really looking forward to actually finishing this.
And so luxurious. So I ended up using 2 balls of each.
She's gouging me in the side right now. Her eyes
but
are
it's so squishy, it's so soft, and I love it.
Sweet Fiber is amazing yarn. Like
from Canada again. Not that we're biased.
We're not biased. Seriously, you will, when you feel it, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay.
The colors.
Yeah, very rich.
I like this because it can either be heavy on the gray or heavy on the red. Yay! Moving on. Oh, here's the tag. kind of crumpled, but there's tag.
I think they've seen my tag before.
Oh, yes.
So. It's not so bad.
This I totally love. This is also another color that you used.
It's getting louder. Sorry, guys. We're gonna talk a little louder. You'll be fine. You'll hear us. Whatever you don't hear on the show will be in the show notes.
So this is called Nightlight, and it is by Lisa Mach.
Yeah. No, not much. Oh God, she's Canadian. She's like, really, ladies? Is she Canadian? She's Canadian.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Isn't it MUTCH? So whatever that is.
That is.
Yeah,
It
there you go.
is.
And isn't that still Northbound Knitting? Her company.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna say
Northbound.
yes.
I think it is, guys. So.
I really like this, like the pointiness, like the crazy colors. It's quite good.
And do you remember I did
Do you have the numbers? Remember the numbers for the color?
this one?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I think it's like 1400.
I did
Configuration
configuration
17.
of 17, which is what I call it. It's called Split for Choice in this particular KIPI. This thing glows, guys. When you're
It's
out,
radioactive.
it's radioactive coloring scheme. Like, I don't know how they managed to dye that in.
And it's like, now it's like blue, but it's more purple.
Yeah, it's really, it might not be showing up as blue purple on the screen, but you've seen it. You've seen it in my pictures and stuff. So.
I really like it. It's my song. It's my shape.
I'm just saying, it's gotten really loud.
I only have one more left.
Go for it.
This is called Northern Lights.
You will have to protect it.
Northern Lights by Anne and
Look how pretty that looks on the screen.
I made one in purple and gray, but I really like this one. It has like the polka dotty thing.
Oh, right, in the center.
And it's super soft.
Is it one yarn?
It's one. It's called Unisono.
So the rest don't have polka dot things like this?
No, I don't know why. I think this might be an issue with this particular
An issue that came out to being amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. So I don't think it actually does that.
Or that it's supposed to.
Yeah, because I made another one, different color, and didn't do that.
And it didn't, and you're like, oh.
I like that too.
Yeah.
So this is Unisono.
It's a German yarn.
And it has
Oh, jojoba. It's J-O, yeah, J-O-J-O-B-A, but it's
so
jojoba.
when you wash it, it's like super beautiful.
It feels beautiful, guys.
And is it?
That is all your wippies?
Those are all my TADA.
Oh, TADAs, sorry, those are all her TADAs. Sorry about that.
And you have
Yeah, well, actually, I just need my book. So, I guess now you see that I have no TADAs. I barely had any wippies. Why? I was like, she's perfect to come on the show. I'm just saying, look at all those. That's like some serious prolific knitting.
I actually cut it down. I had more things.
She had more things than she could see. I didn't even have to say that. You just took my point. Okay, so closing out the show, guys, we're getting to true news. Now, technically, I would have my glasses. I don't have my glasses today. I am not prepared. That's so bad. It's my first time not having my glasses. So, true news section. Okay, so I found out that the Australian Women's Weekly in June 2013 was talking about the Australian Prime Minister, Julia Gillard. She knitted a kangaroo for the royal baby. And I think that's amazing, but somehow this article became this thing like, ooh, she's just doing it for publicity and all this stuff. I'm like, she's already the Prime Minister. Why would she need to knit an animal for a baby in order to get PR?
Just a nice gift.
It's a nice gift. Like, why you guys gotta be like that? I don't understand. So anyway, I don't know. She says, even though she was accused of doing this as a stunt, she loves to knit. I don't have a lot of time, she says. Though I just thought it would be cute. So that made me think, I feel bad for her, but that made me think I want to knit some animals, but I can't cast on any more things. So I was thinking about the spring babies. Is the name of the pattern that I'm keeping my eye on.
That can be your reward.
That's my reward. You heard it here
That
first.
could be your treat.
That's gonna be my treat when I finally finish all my damn wippies. And so the next section of True News is what you talking about with this? Like seriously, dog hair sweaters. They make it seemed to be popular in I don't know even know. Okay, sweaters out of dog fur. It's a new movement. Not so much. Really,
Cats too.
I don't know about the
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an old Northwestern tradition. And there's a guy called Jerry Lucas who has an art gallery. He says that Pomeranians are one of the very, very best. Okay? Shelties, Samoans, Chow, and Golden Retrievers. And he's been spinning and knitting and weaving dog hair for decades now. 1790, they used to, the Koshalish tribe used to herd dogs like sheeps and create like this as a business or a form of income or something. I don't know. But it's been going on a long time. So then she brought up something that made me think like, what? So dog hair. Do we all know what dog hair smells like when it gets wet? What happens when you're wearing this fantastic, hot-looking sweater, you get a little rain on it, and your date's like, my date stinks. That's going to be a little bit traumatic. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I need to go, like, Google Jerry and see if he has a solution for this, or what's he doing?
I guess the solution is don't wear it in the rain.
Don't wear it, but what if you get caught in the rain? What are you gonna do? You're
gonna have to be.
You're out of luck.
You're
out of luck.
You have to stick with the weather.
Stick with and carry an umbrella around with you. But I thought that would be interesting to bring onto True News. Like what? Dog hair? Seriously? So I want to know in the Ravelry Group if any of you have ever knit with dog hair, cat hair, mouse hair, cow hair, and
it smells like.
What it smells like. Does it get wet?
I did it with possum once.
Possum hair.
Now that you mention it.
That's my thrifty tip for today. Take your dog or your possum and knit a sweater or a hat.
I made a shawl, circular shawl. It doesn't smell. Maybe they treated it.
Oh, that's true. Maybe. That could be possible.
It's nice.
Yeah. Look, I got a new book for my notes, my brainstorming for the show. It's called Imagine. My daughter helped me pick it up. I love it. So no more like tattered little notebooks held up to the script paper break. No, I've always had. I know. Always, bring it.
Organized.
I try. And then at the end of the show, I will put up in Artsy Spotlight just some of my past work or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed the show. One good news that I forgot to say at the beginning, guys. I'm now on iTunes. So please, I'm begging you, pleading, but not so much. I'm not begging. Maybe I am.
Keeping it cool.
I'm keeping it cool. If you could go on and leave me a review. It really helps even other podcasters be found on iTunes better, faster. So there'll be a little section, just leave a review or a star. You can just give me stars if you don't feel like talking or writing. That's fine. If you want my epic 17-person team to write a review for you, I'm just kidding. You can do that. But you can use Feedly as well to follow me. But now you can follow me and subscribe on YouTube. There's a button right down there. I think over here, one, maybe, I don't know. Google Plus it, share it, tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram the heck out of it. I'm very grateful. Thank you to all the returning viewers. I'm changing the name of the show. It's going to be called The Warden, the Dog Hair Sweater, and the Loudest Podcast Show ever. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. But I just love this location. We are recording at Moonbeam. They have been kind enough to allow us to record on the patio, which is usually pretty quiet, but it's nice weather out, guys. This is what happens.
Lots of people in the city.
Lots of people. So, yeah, that's it.